dog. So
Yeah.
I had a lot of support. You know, like I said, man, from the hood to the good.
Right. That's good. And but that's how it's supposed to be because that's where we from, man.
Right.
And you got to learn how to navigate your way through it.
Yeah.
And obviously, we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what we did from smack in the middle of it.
Right. And I
Well-
want to give a shout out, man. I ain't mean to cut you off,
No, you
JT,
good.
but I want to give a shout out to somebody, man, that's passed, man, and that's Mike James. Man.
Hey,
A
I
lot
heard.
of people don't realize, man, how good Mike James was.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Before you even finish,
My
OG,
phone.
I totally, didn't nobody understand how good he was? I did, because every time in the Dust Bowls, when y'all needed that bucket,
Yes.
I had to guard him, and he got that bucket.
Yeah.
Mike James was so skilled, man,
Yeah.
to where it was just neighborhood skill and just, you know, he did his thing, man. I seen him give Billy Knight, the NBA players, Mike Banham, them. I
Yeah.
seen him give him 45 up at Watkins Park, man.
Right.
But I wasn't able to play back then. But I always looked at how Mike James shot, followed his shot. He had all the fundamentals that
Right.
a coach would try to teach you, and he already knew that fundamentals, man. So, you know, I just wanted to give a shout out to him, man. I know
Okay.
you guys talked about Keith Matheny, Fly, and
Fly, yeah.
and Kevin, and, you know, Kevin Merriweather and all them guys, man.
Yeah.
But Mike James
Yes,
is
sir.
somebody, man, that could play the game and never really play any organized basketball.
Right.
You
Mike
know?
James was unbelievable.
Unbelievable,
I played
man.
with him when he scored 62. We played against the Pacers in the summer league.
Man,
Y'all don't hear me. 62.
62
And we beat
points.
the Pacers.
Yeah.
Reggie Miller, Chuck Person, Wesley Person.
Right.
Mike James.
Who else they had? Burn, Vic Flinner.
Yeah.
We, at the Hill Center.
At the Hill Center.
At the Hill Center.
Okay.
Them were the battles back then, man. Some of the pro leagues was
Yes.
really nice.
Was my uncle on that team with y'all?
Jerome? That's a good question.
Because I used to come watch him at the Hill Center.
I don't
play.
think Jerome played with him.
Okay, well, I used to come watch them pro-am.
Man,
at
that's
the
my
Hill
buddy
Center.
too,
Okay.
man. Jerome rest his soul too,
Yeah.
man. Jerome was a killer.
Oh, man.
Strong, man.
Yeah.
Didn't say much, man.
Nah,
Always
give it to you.
smiling, man, and just steady bruising you up, man, and put it in the bucket, man. So it's a lot of guys that come through, and I apologize once again if I don't mention a lot of guys, man. But it's so many people, man, that come through this city, man, that was able to play.
Yeah.
And you learn, man. All you have to do is look and learn.
Hey.
You know, be out at the park, be out at the gym somewhere, man, and you can pick up nicks and knacks, go home and practice on your own, man. And that's what I did with a lot of things, man.
Nah, that's life. That's how I feel like I got to where I was. My Uncle Vincent kept me watching y'all. He used to just take me everywhere. And I used to just study the game. I was like a sponge, you know what I mean? So,
I'm
it
glad
was-
you picked up on a good sponge.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
all sponges ain't good.
It is
some
not.
of them are sour.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But hey, athletics, it was like that was my drug.
Yeah.
That was my thing of choice. The basketball or the football.
Football, right.
It was just a camaraderie of teammates. And then, you know, you like that crowd cheering for you, you know what I mean?
right,
Like you're
right.
doing something good, you know, and you want that crowd to keep cheering.
Cheer.
So, you know, and then you want them to cheer when the game is over. So that goes on how you live your life.
Yeah.
No question.
Because I always said that too.
Yeah.
You said, how can I move the crowd?
Right,
You know?
right. And when the ball stop bouncing, how can I still move the crowd?
So, you know, and man, you know, life is funny because you meet a lot of people, man, by
Right.
playing basketball.
Yeah.
And you never know who's watching or who's picking up things from you.
Right.
And to be acknowledged, man, or to be recognized
Right.
as somebody who y'all looked up to, man.
Yeah.
Really, really grateful, man. I'm really grateful.
Yeah, man. And we talking 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And you still is relevant right now.
And just Basketball Hall of Fame, just inducted.
Yeah, I got inducted in 2023,
Yeah,
Indiana
yeah,
High School.
yeah.
Hall of Fame.
Congratulations to that.
Hey, a long time coming.
No
Yeah.
question. No question.
I say that he can't. I say it though. A long time coming. Should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
And I told the same thing to Scott Hicks. Man, He just went over this year.
Yeah,
And
right.
that's my guy,
Right.
Scott Hicks, man.
Yeah, he
Shout
ju-
out to Scott.
Yeah.
He deserved it too, man.
And Scott, you supposed to be here. I know you probably. I'm getting at you, Scott, because I see you at work tomorrow,
okay.
and we'll talk about it.
What was one of your better games in high school and college? Or which one?
In college, probably in college, man, I had 54 against the University of Detroit, man.
Yes, sir.
I was 12 for 23 on threes. I was 4 for 8 from 2-pointers and 10
Wow.
for 10 from the line.
12 for 23.
Them
From
was
three-
video
from the
games,
three.
12 for
Man.
22.
12 for
Hey.
22 for the three.
12 for 22. So that's
But you never shot no close shots.
No, and had 2 4-point plays.
that's like 56% from the 3-point line.
Man,
So, that was one of my better games. And in
Right.
high school, I had 39 against Gary Mann, but it wasn't no 3-pointers. So, like I said,
but it was efficient.
efficient, yeah, because, I just practice on shooting that distance, man. That's just the way I was because of my height.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had to use my strength. And once I found out that I could really let that thing go, man, I practiced on it. So, it didn't happen overnight.
Right.
And that's what I tell anybody, man. You got to practice, man.
Right.
And I see some of these guys, everybody in the NBA shooting threes because of Steph.
Yeah.
You see 7-footers shooting threes.
Yeah.
Nobody's posting up no more. The game has changed. Like I tell anybody, man, I think I was before my time. I was playing the way they
Definitely.
playing now.
Definitely. No question.
Because, and that's the only reason I say that, because the way that it's played now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had to handle the ball. All I got to do is run like Steph.
Yeah.
Steph is not a point guard. I don't know
No,
why
he's not.
people keep labeling him as a point guard. He's a shooter.
That's it. That's what he is.
That's exactly what he is.
The best you can give him is a combo just
He's a
because they
shooter.
make him handle the ball.
Yeah, but he handles it only to get his shot off.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
So he don't run the offense, man. The offense starts off with Draymond, and now they got the little guy, the other little guy playing point guard. But Steph is free to run and do that, just like Reggie. Reggie's a good. If you look at most of the shooters, Ray Allen and Reggie, they wasn't point guard. They don't handle the ball.
Right.
They get open.
Right.
So, but I had to handle the ball, bring it up, set up the offense. I had to do all that.
Yeah.
So I had to be in good shape. I played 40 minutes every game. Every game. I didn't come out.
Mm-hmm.
One time I went up, passed the ball, and went through the big man's hand. My coach subbed me out, sit me down right beside him and said, if I ever pass up another shot, I'll for the rest of my career.
Hey.
Get back in the game.
Hey.
Greatest coach ever.
Right.
Hey, I had the double green
Hey, he was the
Right.
motivation. So
Yeah.
when your coach pulled you out the game
to tell me that.
to tell you, if you pass that ball again or pass up a shot again, you'll never play again. Oh man.
You had to tell me that. That's number one.
No, never. Yeah.
One time.
Yeah.
So I had the double green light. You remember them old green lights on the stop sign?
Yeah.
Double green light.
Yeah.
Right.
Green light.
Man, you hey.
So, I really appreciate my career. But if I had to do it all over again, I might change some things.
What would you do different?
One, I might not have went to Butler. I think Butler held me back my first 3 years. I really do. And the only reason I say that because when I first got there, I took 2 seniors that I was fighting for for their position. I took their position. But he didn't realize what I was able to do because I felt like he was holding me back. And then once the 3-pointer, he seen that I was effective on that. Then his son finally realized, the assistant coach finally realized what he had, because that's who recruited me.
Gotcha.
Joe Sexton, Rick Sexton was Joe's son. That's who recruited. Off of 3 games in the sectional tournament.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I had 28 against Ritter, 30 against Ben Davis, and 32 against Brebuff in the final.
No threes. Remember
No
that?
threes.
Yeah,
No
play with no
threes.
3 points.
Now y'all gotta hear that because I want Facebook to really hear that. You hear these point totals with no 3-point line. And for y'all that couldn't hear us earlier, man, 1 year the 3-point line held all kind of records. The only record Steph broke was what record again? Let's talk about
Total threes in a season.
total threes in the season.
He had 162 in 37 games,
Okay,
and I had 158 in 30 games.
okay.
This is a question for both of y'all.
Okay.
How many dribbles do it take for y'all to get a shot?
For me, depending on what the defense looks like. I always watch the defensive player too.
Right.
See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's what, if you watch Steph, that's what he does, man. He's looking right in the receiver position. That's why he get it off like he does. Even against the 7-footers, and he's laughing when he's doing it, because I know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's sizing him up. That's what we call it back in the day.
Yes.
Sizing him up.
Yeah.
So he's sizing the guy up.
Right.
Now with Rutt got one of the coldest crossovers.
Yeah. Oh man, I seen it personally.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about Ivo and Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
But Rutt mastered that crossover. I remember when he first started doing it too. But then he got better and better and can still do it now.
Yeah.
I go watch him in the 50 and over. It's a little slower, but it's effective.
Hey,
Still got it.
It's all in the setup.
Still got it.
still
Right.
playing in the
still
50 and
can't
over, crossing boys
You
over.
heard what he said. It's all in the setup. He's watching. He's setting him up because he sized him up. So that's the only person I really go like to watch because he plays the way I like. For the game to be played. And I'll ask him, hey, bro, when you playing, what time you playing? Who else? Who you playing against? I ask him all of that.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody won't come. But if I want to see him play, I'll be there.
What's that, man?
You were saying about dribbles, like I said, I just set guys up, like, I got you my crossover, it's only going to take one dribble.
Yeah.
Once I go into the move, it's only going to take one, but 2 to 3
One
max, man.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to be efficient, right, and really had to get into it and get your shot off,
Yeah.
right, I was learning to do it within 2 to 3 dribbles.
Yeah.
Young players out there, please listen to what they just said.
If you just going north and south, man, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. And you out there patting, that's gonna tire you out before it tire out the defensive players. So, you gotta, take what they give you. I tell anybody, when you're playing, man, take what they give you. You don't have to go in there. You can pull up. That's why you should work on all parts of the game. Because you don't know what they're gonna give you during the game.
That's right.
They may back up off of you. Now you got to raise up. They may crowd you. Now you got to try to, get around or get into your spot.
Right.
So it's all about how you approach the game, man.
Okay.
And what you've already worked on. You can't go into a game and tell them I'm gonna do this and do that because you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. That's true.
You just don't know.
Yeah. Like I say, it look one way on paper, but you still gotta play. You gotta play the game.
You gotta play it, man.
Yeah, you gotta play the game. So yeah, man, you know what? This is the first time. He don't usually do podcasts, and we got him. And I hope y'all been paying attention, because you never know when you're gonna hear this knowledge again, So we just honored to have Darrin Fitzgerald, my big homie, my big brother, that's the motivation. He was the spark.
Right.
He was the spark for a lot of us that came from the area. You know what I mean? He was one of the ones, like, we got another guest coming too. You know how you emulate Larry Bird, all this. You from Indianapolis, you were saying Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald.
And I appreciate it, man.
So-
I really appreciate to be acknowledged.
Yeah, man. And thanks, just for y'all that don't know, once a month, Ron Rutland has been added as our third co-host. So he's here with us, bringing y'all the truth, bringing you real sports, in basketball. So Facebook, Spotify. Man, I'm your boy JT.
Keesh Brewer,
Man, thank you for tuning in for our interview today. We'll catch you next time.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, man.
appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate both of y'all.
Thank you.
Y'all doing something good, man. You really
I
are,
had
man.
to have you.
Love it. I might come back and co-host.
Man, come on, man. It's addictive, man.
Doors always open.
Yeah.
Don't get caught like that.
You gonna do what, kid?
What's up, Facebook? Hey, it's been a real one. I got the legends.
The door is always
I got the legends in
I know
here.
you probably gonna cut out, Daddy.
Yeah. So look, that's our first one. Next coming up, we got Reggie Whitehead and Johnny Baker. Stay tuned.
All them is on. All right.
Don't have no videos or nothing.
Hey.
You just put it back on when you
Yes, sir.
Put it right there. Then your next guest be right there.
Big me.
against Alfred here. Joe,
Yeah.
Joe lost.
Huh?
What you say?
Nah, he said Reggie White. Smooth. Yeah, that's dropping some knowledge.